Good morning. I was going to write a blog post this morning. It's Saturday, November 5th. And then I thought, I don't really feel like writing today. So maybe I'll just do a quick video with some thoughts. Um, I had an interesting week. I've been sick again for the third time since coming home from England, or maybe just continuously. I can't quite tell. But I had an achy, fluey, stupid sick week, so that was kind of crummy. There was good stuff that happened. I'm in week 4 of my Spark Rediscover Your Spark 6-week retreat, so that's been great. It's been amazing to see this cohort come together, make discoveries, share with each other. So that's been really incredible. I spoke to a women in networking group earlier in the week. That was great. I went to Recovery Reinvented with Dr. Mary and my good friend Julie Blem on Thursday. So that was inspiring. That's the good. There was no real bad. But on Tuesday, Dr. Mary and I announced that we're canceling Daily Dose in December the way that we've been doing it. We're going to take it probably at least 6 months off, probably, and really recalibrate because it's just not growing. And I've got a meeting coming up with my marketing women to talk about my Dana Del Val stuff, my Spark stuff. And I guess where I'm sitting right now is, what am I doing? You know, the general accepted, whatever word I'm looking for, understanding is that if you show up and provide consistent, authentic, quality, reliable content for 2 years, you'll start to see growth. Well, Daily Dose is at 2 years and 3.5 months. We didn't really see real growth. We had blips and starts and stops, but it's been very consistent. And I feel like my stuff's growing. Certainly my stuff's growing, but not consistently. And so, there's just there's a level of frustration. There's a level of uncertainty. There's a level of, what am I not doing right? That creeps in on a really consistent basis. And the challenge is, I think I'm doing a lot of things really right. So then why isn't it landing? Why isn't it sticking? Why isn't it like, I knew that was going to be a mistake. And I'm wondering if you feel that way too. Are you showing up in the world, at your job, as a parent, as a spouse, as a friend, as an entrepreneur, as a whatever you want to call it, whatever part of your life you're doing this? Are you showing up and it's just doesn't seem to matter? You know, you're reading the books, you're taking the classes, you're tracking your food, you're going on date nights, you're doing all the things that we all do to try to be better at the things that matter to us. We're all trying all this stuff all the time. And I just wonder what you're doing about feeling like you're running on this wheel of improvement and not seeing a lot of payoff for the work you're doing. Maybe you don't feel that way. Lucky you. But I worry that I'm just always going to be striving for what's next, which is a great quality because it drives me. It means that I'm really diligent in my pursuit of excellence, and I show up, and I am willing to fail, and I'm willing to be public about it, and all of that's great. But when when do you say, "This isn't working," or "I must not be doing it right"? When do you say that? And then, more importantly, when do you step away? I don't really know that. So we're gonna try it with Daily Dose, which I have some real sadness about. And also, I feel very resolved about it. I don't wanna step away from this stuff. I don't think I need to step away from this stuff, but am I really going to just move in relative obscurity for the rest of my life? That feels terrible. I kind of wish that if I knew that it was gonna be that, I could just say, "I'm just gonna put it down because I don't wanna operate like that. I don't wanna operate like that." So, where are you at? You feeling like you're operating in relative obscurity in whatever facet of your life you're trying to excel at? And how are you managing that? And if it doesn't bother you, A, good for you, and B, why doesn't it bother you? And I don't mean that from a place of criticism, I mean it from a place of pure curiosity. I certainly understand I have a an unusual personality in the sense of how voracious I am. Um, so I get that most people are not like me, but I'm not I'm not so odd that I can't function and exist in the real world. So how are you content? Maybe that's the question. How do you live in a place of contentment if you do? And if you don't, how do you manage that? Because on one hand, I'm profoundly content. I'm so content with my marriage. I'm so content with the work that we keep doing, not just to be on autopilot with it, but I am so content to keep investing in my relationship. And I'm so driven to invest in rediscover your spark work, in speaking, in showing up. I'm so committed to that, but I'm not content about it at all. At all. Why have I been sick? Basically, since I came home in September, possible it's COVID that I just have not recovered from. It's possible. But other people recover from COVID. I recovered from COVID last time I had it. So why have I been in this lingering sense of sickness? Probably because I'm churning all the time. My discontent, my desire to be more keeps me uh, dysregulated. And I'm just wondering if you feel that way too. And if you do, I'd love you to share with us how you work on that. What are your tips and tricks? For me, for others, for yourself? Love to hear them. So that's all. I think hmm, I'll be curious to hear your feedback. As always, thanks for watching. And remember, even when it doesn't feel like it, you and I are extraordinary. Talk to you soon.